Hi, my name is Ed Sparks, world's best looking man and incredibly popular with the ladies. Today we are on day 15 of water fasting. Water fasting is a process where you get you a cup or mug, thermos, or possibly a hose, and you insert ice and insert it into your body. With absolutely nothing else, no pills, no nothing else, and gradually wean off of all medication until you don't need it for as long as it takes to complete your personal best, which I believe is at this point is day 15. Today is the morning of day 16 for me. Day 15 means that you successfully completed 14 days. Congratulations. You only have to do 7 days, 3 more times, or 2 days. You completed 7 times, and you have to do that 8 more times. Or in my suggestion, you should do that 11 more times. The reason is because the first 5 days, you're really switching to using your actual body fat instead of what you've eaten. And that first 4 or 5 days is real painful, in my opinion, to get over the hump. And then after that, it's all energy. Yesterday, I noticed that I had a lot more gas. Gas is usually where you eat a bunch of food and then you go through extraneous exercise or continue to move, and you just don't have to poop, so it just generates itself into gas because you used everything that was given to you. Secondly, at this point, you're going to get a lot more water balls if you don't keep drinking water. A water ball is when your body is concentrating water in a particular area of your insides, which is your esophagus or intestines or anywhere in between. So your body's going to close it off like a little sausage, and it's going to keep sloshing around until it can move or remove whatever's in that area. Also, there will be other areas where there is no water, where your body is letting something crust up and heal. As we know, on the outside of your body, that takes about 30 days. So it is a good idea to try to get to 35 days so everything crusts up and heals itself inside too by staying dry. So your body is moving water and trying to slosh water towards the exit, which most of that is going to be sand and dirt and nasty stuff. But it could be other things, but mostly it's metal. You will notice that in your life, maybe not here because we don't have that problem here, but in other places that I've been to, is the water smells like metal. So eventually we'll be able to smell water. You do notice that your tongue does taste metallic because you are storing a lot of metals too in your body, which you have swallowed or breathed in over your lifetime. So the first time you do it, it's really, really good to just keep drinking water and keep getting it out of your system if you can. Remember, your stomach is going to really divide where your water is going to go. So it's not like we're not putting stuff in your stomach. Wow, I'm a little bit hyper right now. Other than that, we went to the mall and around 12:30, 1 o'clock. I walked around the mall a couple times. Went to the grocery store, got in an argument over turkey legs and brown and serve. And then she proceeded to walk all the way back home, which is about 4 miles, or 2 miles probably, which we took the bus halfway. And I think it's dangerous sometimes to walk on the side of the road. I certainly don't like to do it all the time, but wasn't all that big of a deal. So ONI Sparks versus Sparks versus Spider Angus, which I think her name was like Angus or anger loose or something. So anyway, so we had come up with this plan on using the tools that we had to send me up north to meet this person, this number two, in the IT department. Your number says identifies how old you are. So if you're a two, you're in your 20s. It's pretty self-explanatory. Right now, I'm a four. So um, there is no hierarchy of needs, just that fours have different jobs than threes over time. So you kind of assimilate into fours. And as you assimilate into fours, you're making more decisions, or make all the decisions. Fives do too. Fives prove all decisions of fours. And then think about decisions of threes. So we're twos, and I was convinced by other twos to go up to Connecticut and see what was going on. So I got in a bus, I went up there, I met the sales team. They were selling magazines. We were out and about, and then we arranged a meeting to meet this person. And I walked in to meet this person, and now I want to be a spider. So I have to convince her why I want to be a spider. She's like, "Oh, you know, you can tell me why be a spider." And I was like, okay, well, first of all, my it's cool, right? Y'all do the cool stuff because you get to play with the toys before they're released. You know, you're the test dummy, test pilot. I like the pilot aspect because there's other things that you drive around as a spider's kind of like the hot shot. So like I'm like, ah, dude, I'm better than you guys at video games, and I'm just better than you guys, period. So I mean, this is my spot. Plus, in reality, I'm licensed or I'm certified to be ONI anyway. So now I'm ONI, and part of the ONI process is being around the spider. Not all of it, but just this one part of it. And I didn't want to wait for anybody. I want to do whatever I want to do by myself, which is kind of how throughout my career in the particular IT departments, as long as I can get licensed to be in the supply chain or the assembly line. If I can get licensed to be in the assembly line, then I can just do stuff by myself, or I can sign off by myself. So the Spider department works with other departments that aren't involved with ONI. So there were some other things I had to do. But anyway, so I'm talking to her, and I'm like, dude, like, I was like, first of all, that's what I like to do. Secondly, I'm pretty sure that I'm really good at all this stuff, and it looks like more fun. And thirdly, I can afford it, right? I can definitely afford to run around and just do whatever I want to do. It's not really any cost to this particular department. And for the like, look, my little brother can be a Navy SEAL. It's like I might as well, you know. I know one of the things that I can do is be a SEALs instructor, right? I was like, so you know, that's Delta Force Con too. So I was like, well, I was like, I might as well be a SEAL instructor for the IT department. And she's like, oh, well, then SPYDER. So you want to be a SEAL instructor? Then SPYDER is for you. And then I proceeded to process the clam for whatever she had told me the particular uh, record was up until that point, which was well over 2 hours. And after that point, she called somebody else in there, and then she grabbed someone else's hand and proceeded to punch me with it. So now I'm in a fight with somebody that I'm not fighting because someone else is hitting me with someone else's hand. So she was like, "Welcome, Spider," and she took out a black marker, and she signed my chest. And she's like, go back and show this to everybody, and we'll let you in, Spider." So I got fired by what I was doing, and I took the bus all the way back home to Vero Beach, I believe, at that time. And then I proceeded to show everybody what my results of that conversation was, which was the entries to Spider Sparks or Spy Sparks. That's day 14. Day 15. I hope y'all have a good time. You just need to drink water. I hit large now. I feel like I'm a large. So before, when I hit extra large, I turned from extra large to large. I thought it was skinny, and then I hit from large to a little bit large grande, and then I was like, oh, I'm super fat. And then this morning when I woke up, I'm like, dude, I'm large now, but I still got some massive titties. So hopefully those will go away. Now, as far as muscle bulk and everything else, that's going to go away because the second that you eat meat, you'll just go back to whatever your normal muscle mass is. Um, I was doing 100 push-ups, sit-ups, and squats every day plus exercising just for fun. I started out with doing 10 at a time, I think, 10 times uh, in a routine. And then I went to 11, and then I went to 12, and then eventually I got to 50, I think, just one day at a time. So you can obviously make it that way for yourself. I don't believe that there's any chance of anyone who gets fat to get skinny permanently. I don't think there's a value to dieting very often because what I just did in 15 days and what you just did in 14 days is something that would take you eating celery for dinner for about 9 months of your life. So, just you have to pick your poison, you have to pick your reason. And water fasting is way healthier than anything else. And I don't think that there's any like fluid flush or radiated flush for your intestines. So I think that this is the best way to do it. And hopefully, good luck. Hopefully things just crust up and be all right for you. So if you want to see what it looks like, now you see here, this line right here, where my hair is, that should be right there. So you got another 3 inches to go. What I do is I stick my finger in my belly button, and then I can tell how much further I got to go. Well, y'all have a good day. Today is the 15th, I think, and you've done a good job so far. And if you can't drink water, then I don't know what to tell you. You're in full control of your hands and your mouth. If anything that you feel is happening, it's because 30 minutes before you didn't drink any water. I prefer ice. It makes me knowledgeable about where my water is. Plus, it cools me down. So good luck on your day. Bye-bye.